Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com. Today I want to talk to you about doing things and not procrastinating. This is the time of year toward the end of the year where people start coming up with New Year's resolutions. If you watch my videos over the years, you know how I feel about New Year's resolutions and the waste of time they are. Not the fact somebody is trying to do something new and better themselves, but the fact is they don't work. One of the reasons why they don't work is because people put them off. There are people right now, a few days away from the new year, planning on what they're going to decide to do for the new year. They're already procrastinating. They're putting it off into the new year instead of doing it now. And this is one of those keys of success that is missing in most people who have never had any success. And it's simply this, that if there's something you can do now and you know to do now, do it. Obviously, there are exceptions, if there's other people involved or other pieces need to fall in line before you can do it. But the point is that most people that's not the reason why they're not doing it. Well, I have to wait on this person. It's because they're just procrastinating. And very often it's because there's a sense of fear and anxiety over whatever you're going to do not working out. So rather than even get to that point of failure, which doesn't have to happen, but that's the perception, they just don't do it. They keep putting it off and keep finding another reason. Well, I really need to make sure and confirm over here and do this, and just delaying what will be the inevitable failure because it's been delayed so long, because action hasn't been taken when it should have been. The proverbial, they haven't struck while the iron was hot. And my friend, if you want to move yourself into success, even if you already have some success, you want to maintain that level and continue to grow into new success, you must make sure that you are taking action as quickly as possible. Not delaying, not putting things off, not talking about New Year's resolutions and all these things that people do to delay things and to eventually not do them at all. But be that person that's diligent in their business. Be that person that when they come up with an idea, they start taking action on it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be the big, huge, life-changing actions. Just start doing something. You may know something you can do towards your goals. Why aren't you doing it? And whatever the reason is why you're not doing it, it's almost guaranteed that it's an excuse and not really anything that would stop you from doing it. Now, let's say perhaps that it is, that whatever the excuse you have is really something hindering you from achieving that goal or from taking the next steps toward achieving that goal. Well, what options do you have? What are the other ways you might be able to go around that? People see roadblocks, and instead of driving around them or digging under them or jumping over them, they just stand there and stare at it. Well, if this roadblock wasn't here, I could sure get down the road further. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. I better make a business plan on how I'm going to get past this roadblock. Maybe I need to call and get some wise counsel on what to do with roadblocks. Just go around it. So often in life, things that look like they're big hurdles, big obstacles, you just tap them and they fall over and they move out of the way. They're almost mirages of sorts. They will prevent the person that's not diligent. They'll prevent the person that doesn't have enough faith to move forward. They'll prevent the person who is indolent. But they can't prevent you. Just keep moving forward. Keep taking action. Day in and day out. I created a journal and planner called the Success and Prosperity Journal and Planner. And the reason I created this is for myself. And then I made it into a product for other people to have because it is so useful. Because this is something when you put to work and put into writing what you're doing each day, the goals you want to attain, the things you intend to do, and you start going down that path, it's almost magical because it starts getting you in the right frame of mind. It starts getting you thinking and processing the way you're going to accomplish those goals instead of looking for ways around it or wondering, what do I need to do today, or having some to-do list or something like that. and never getting anything done, just except writing more things onto the to-do list. That gets tiring and that gets old. And one of the problems, the biggest problem with it, is the fact that things aren't getting done. The amount that you need to get done to get toward that goal, the daily activity and productivity and motion towards your goals is not being accomplished. And so I would suggest you get that journal and planner, because it'll be very beneficial for you continuing to progress, continuing to grow each and every day. But I've known people who have bought that and then didn't use it. So it's going to be completely worthless to you if it's just sitting around for decoration. You need to use it. And this goes with any book, any course, any lesson you learn, any video you watch, any webinar or seminar you go to. If you don't take action on the ideas that you learn and take to heart that are valuable for you and apply to you in your life and your business, it's worthless. It's a waste of your time. Just filling your head with knowledge that you're not going to act on is a waste of time. It may be even worse than a waste of time, because it may be something that debilitates you and keeps you back. Because if you keep going into failure, keep going into procrastination, keep failing to even act, that's demoralizing to a certain extent. And it will then become a self-fulfilling prophecy, because then you're demoralized, you feel down about yourself, you beat yourself up, and then you don't act still. You procrastinate more. You come up with more excuses. Some of your excuses might even be that you didn't do what you need to do before. So now you're using the old failures, the old procrastination, as an excuse for the new procrastination, which then leads to more failure, and it's an endless cycle. And that's not what you want to get in. There'll be people talking about their New Year's resolution. They're going to lose weight. They're going to do this. Why don't you today, this minute, come up with something you're going to do to improve yourself, to grow in whatever area, business, life, whatever, your knowledge, your wisdom, and take action right now towards that goal. If it's learning a language, go download an app and do one lesson. Spend 5 minutes learning a couple words in that new language. If it's reading a book, go read a chapter. If it's coming up with a business idea, start writing some ideas. If it's acting on the business idea, what can you do for that business? Go register a domain name. Do something. Take action on the things you want to accomplish. Doesn't mean you get everything done in one day. That's not the point. But daily improvement and daily growth will lead to a life of success, blessings, wealth, opulence, luxury, and God's infinite riches. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.